Anthony The Barber, 916 here, Victory Crown, back at it again. Today we're gonna be doing a high fade, really short, kind of messy crop on top. We're gonna be doing it with our good friend Allie in color. Have not decided what color we're doing yet, have we? No? A surprise. All right.
Dealer's choice.
First things first, I do want to start my fade line with the corner of my clipper, just like always, kind of high up here. This is Curtis, this is our model for today.
Hi.
This is gonna be a similar motion to the flick out. I don't wanna do a C-scoop. That's gonna create a big weight ridge that I don't wanna take out. I don't wanna have to take time to take out. Dude, my throat's all fucked up from this smoke.
You sound like an adorable anime character when you do it. You're like, hiya. Hi, yeah.
Fuck you.
Not,
this is why you don't film with your friends. This is why you get random people on Facebook. This is gonna be slightly rounded since it's gonna be so short on top, but I do wanna leave weight in here. Getting my Nick Kinsley power stance here. Getting ready to do some fading. Yeah, admire the freshies, all right? Admire the freshies. Nothing looks as good as fresh Vans. So when I was coming through here with the original pass, I had a #1 guard on, closed all the way down. So now this is gonna be opened all the way.
Is anyone else starting to see shapes on the wall?
It's the acid, Curtis. I do want to make sure I'm using a fade brush, knock all those little hairs out of the fade so I can see the color transition. I'm going to close this down halfway now. Halfway. See how, since I made a soft line here, even with the half, that's already starting to take that out. All right, so when we're filming like this, it's really difficult to see anything. So if there's any discrepancies in the fade, just destroy me in the comments, it's fine. Closing it all the way down, and I'm gonna take what's left of this line out. This last pass is really important to stay just barely on the line. This is as sharp as the clipper will get, as close as it will go. So if I go too high up, then I'm gonna hit into the other fading that I've done. All right, so I'm gonna use, I think I used these on another video, didn't I? The foil razor. This little button pops the side off. I wanna make sure I clean that out. Coming up removes bulk, coming down takes out any lines. So you want to be really careful with these. You can destroy a fade really quick, but it does add that extra depth.
Your elbows. Your shirt's talking about your elbows. Yeah.
Second on a weenus. I did not tell her to wear that. She chose on her own to wear that.
I did not.
So like I said, this haircut's gonna be super short. I'm actually gonna cut all of this color out, so it's only gonna be about this long. It doesn't really matter which direction I cut this in, since it is gonna be so short, there's not gonna be a whole lot of movement, but I want as much texture and movement as possible, so I wanna cut in vertical sections. So I wanna take my tapered comb here, pull this straight up. I'm not really worried about direction. This really is just a guide here. I wanna take just part of my other section here into this next section. Kind of the rule to follow on these sections is when I'm pulling the hair up, I should be able to read a book through it. The reason that I want to section this direction, and I want my last combing section to be where I want the weight distributed. So when I'm pulling this up, I'm seeing the guide through here. The reason that I want to cut this direction is this builds more natural texture. Think about cutting this direction like when you fan out a deck of cards. Cutting this way is like pulling cards this way. Cutting this way, then this way is like fanning them out. It creates more natural texture.
Anthony, did you ever get into magic? Not the gathering, but like magic tricks with cards?
Illusionist.
Yeah.
No.
Have you ever cut a magician's hair?
I have actually. I have.
Did they turn around at the end and all the hair was back? You were like, whoa! Because that'd be an epic trick.
For this last section, God, we shouldn't have given him the microphone. For this last section, instead of trying to pull it up in an awkward angle, like I said, I do want to keep that little bit of a bevel. I don't want it completely rounded like a buzzed head. I want to keep it a little bit square in here, so I'm just going to pull this whole last section over and blend straight up. Now I want to come through and cross-check. I do have, since we are going so short, I just want to make sure that this is all even. I am going to add texture, but I want to make sure it's even before I do anything else. Cross-checking is really important on any haircut. Make sure you are cross-checking. I say this because we all get in bad habits and we all stop doing what we know we should do. All right, so I do want to, like I've been saying, I do want to add texture in here. I don't really have enough room to like pull it up with fingers. I want a little more custom texture than I would get with texturizing scissors. Even a chunker isn't gonna give me quite what I'm looking for on this. So this is kind of a lowbrow technique to just add some movement in here for him. And you'll see why that's important in the style. Even though it's so short, I want it to be able to like have movement to it. So this is how we do it. This will give that really pieced apart 90s look to this, which is gonna be great because this haircut was kind of popularized in the 90s as just a grow out haircut. Well, that's about all I got. Let's call up our good friend Allie in Color, formerly known as Allie in Black. Let's get
Don't
a
trip.
tag
She just
team high
fucking
five here.
hits that first step and just
Old school
takes
wrestling tag team high five.
I think we're gonna do pastel pink, yeah? Or do you
Sure.
wanna switch it up on me?
it. I don't have choices.
Okay. Pink,
Yes, ma'am.
okay.
Cool.
1 to 2 mix ratio. Yeah, so I'm lifting up the hair with the comb because short hair, it's like you can't really section like long hair, you know what I mean?
For protection. Safety first.
All right, you're gonna go make me a sandwich.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so 30 minutes. 30 minutes.
Guys.
All right, ready for round 2. I'm using Rose all day. Rose all day.
Ooh, cold.
Ooh.
Never.
So now we wait 20 minutes.
I don't want to be left alone in the dark again. Sitting in this chair by my lonesome friends, 'cause they left me and now I'm alone again.
So we lightened with 30 volume for about 40 minutes and did a little purple shampoo. And then we put the Rose all day on, left that for 20 minutes. And now we're rinsing with cool water before we style.
Yeah, not that nerd water.
Not that nerd warm
Only
water.
cool water.
Cool, so now we got this pretty rose color going on, and Anthony's gonna style. Yay! Wiggity.
Leave me. All right, so now that we got this blow dried out, you can see the texture in here. You can see all that movement already, even with no product in it. So I'm gonna use my Victory Crown paste on this. The reason I picked this product for this style is I'm gonna get 2 different looks out of the same product. When I first apply it, it's gonna look almost like a 90s like gelled kind of look. But if I keep running my hands through it while the product dries, it's gonna matte out and give a nice, dry, natural texture to it. Just need a real little bit here. Actually, I need less than that. About that much. So that gives that gelled kind of 90s look. So the reason we put all that texture in is so you can get that like crosshatch look. You know, when I comb this way, when I comb it this way, it creates that movement in it. And that's how you do this haircut. I'm not really sure what to call it, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to give us a like and subscribe. Repost it, you know, that's always a nice thing too.